Welcome to Quilting with Mary Beth and Donna. Today we talk about our recent Art Nest retreat and our upcoming Art Nest retreat. We talk a little bit about GE Designs, my fabric addiction, and Mary Beth's venture into hand applique. We're glad you're here today. Hello, Mary Beth.
Hello, Donna.
How are you doing today?
Wonderful. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm on time and I'm on schedule. Woohoo! 10 o'clock. I was telling Ed a little while ago, I said it feels like Friday. No,
Yeah,
it feels like Friday, but it's only Thursday, so I don't know. So, is it still hot there?
very hot. It's I think 80. I don't know, it was 81 when I got up, and I don't think it's cooled off any. So
Have y'all gotten any
got up.
is it have y'all gotten any rain?
No.
We had
So we're
f
like baking.
we had, like, 4 rain showers yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So,
That I would
we
just
got
take
the
a lot of
rain.
those.
All the
Yeah.
mushrooms are out too. They're like, "Hey,
I Mhm. Woohoo. They're the bad
hey,
mushrooms. We
it's
don't want those.
August."
Yeah, we don't want those kind.
Yeah.
Um Yeah, so no, it's really dry and dusty and icky, and the grass crunches when you walk across it, and I mean, at 4 a.m., oh, I knew they would fight as soon as I started this. Um, anyways, cat fight. Uh, so anyway, I got up at 4 and fed the dog, took her outside, and then came out with a lawn chair and set it on the porch, or I mean, on the driveway, because we were supposed to be able to see a meteor shower at that time of day. So I did see a couple of shooting stars. I'm like, "Okay, I'm over it. I'm ready to go back to bed." So so I
Good thing
did.
you could get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do that.
Well, it lasted about probably long enough to drag that chair out and sit down and put my head back, and I thought, "Oh, if I go to sleep out here, I'm not going to sleep out here because I am getting ate up by oak mites and all that jazz."
Um, I'm glad I don't think we have those up here, but we went to Lake of the Ozarks a couple years ago. They were horrible.
And you
They were
can't,
really
they're
bad.
just like they float in the air and nab
Yeah,
onto you, and ugh, I get them. Like, I get bites under my chin and on my chest, on my
yeah,
neck,
amazing.
ugh,
I
on my
think that,
arm.
I think that was after, like, 2 years ago, we went when we did that, and I think that's when Ed got a tick bite, I think, and he got really, really sick from that tick bite,
Really?
and I think it was after we went to Lake of the Ozarks, but I'm not sure. So,
Hmm.
there you go, that's your
There,
friendly, reminder.
out
Why
our
don't
outdoors report for the day.
ah! Oh,
I
so,
tell you what, I my neighbor is dealing with alpha-gal right now, and from tick bite, and she's a mess, can't eat anything. I feel sorry for her, and she got non-dairy creamer, flavored non-dairy creamer, which she says she's trying to eat clean. That stuff's awful, and it said non-dairy, and then she turned it around, and it said contains milk. Now what the world?
that's interesting.
Read labels, everybody, read your label. Anyway,
Is that alpha is that the one that's supposed to make you allergic to red meat?
uh-huh, and so she can eat fish or chicken. I imagine she gets sick of that after a while,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah,
there's a lot of she can't eat dairy products because that's a cow product.
yeah.
So, she's just having a real struggle right now and trying to find something. Then she loves her coffee with her creamer, and then she gets non-dairy creamer that has dairy in it.
You gotta milk some oats.
So, yeah, well, she said that's what she's been using, but she thought this might taste a little better. So, anyway, that's that story.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing
Cool.
sewing-wise lately? Anything?
Sewing wise, I unpacked my bag from quilt retreat.
That's more than I've
They
done, but I've done more, but I haven't unpacked yet, so
uh Well, actually, I did start that hand applique class last week, last Thursday
Oh,
at
that's right.
Citi's Edge. Yeah, that was fun. I
Who
like this lady. She's very sweet.
who taught it?
just a little old lady from I don't wanna say little old lady, but she's older than me, we'll say that. She's in her 80s, and she lives in Warsaw, and Amy said, "Let me show you a little bit of her work," and she brought it out, and it was beautiful, and I said, "Oh, okay, I'll take her." So, she's my teacher,
Is
and
it just you?
just me.
Oh, cool. So what did she teach you?
She didn't advertise it, so it was just me, and then some ladies came in, I'll tell you in a second. Some ladies came in from a quilt retreat, and they're like, "Are you having a class?" She goes, "Well, it's a hand applique class." They go, "You should have told us, we'd love to take that." I'm like, "See? Advertise it, and you'll get some more people in here." But anyway, she just has taught me, how to transfer the pattern onto the fabric, how to cut out my little shapes and things like that. We're doing a freezer paper on the right side of the fabric and then drawing around that after we cut out the shape. You cut it a little bigger and then draw around the shape and then peel that shape off and then start needle turn
So you
appliques.
just have to get the pencil line underneath the thing.
Yeah, yeah, and just get the hang of trying to turn that fabric underneath.
Yeah, I took a class years ago, years, and she did the one where you, like, prep where what's that? Where you prep the piece, like, by gluing it or starching the edges over, and then
Yeah,
you have kind of a and
that's
I have not been successful in doing that. One, because it's hard to get I mean, I think my glue I don't know if I used glue or starch, but it seemed like it was just not didn't seem to work very well. So
starchy enough. Wasn't starchy enough.
or I think one time I used the washable, um,
Glue st
glue stick, but it was it the color didn't go away, so that
Oh,
ruined the whole big thing. So
I would think.
so I like needle turn applique, but, I need well, I've told you this before, I've got a whole bunch of, wool
Oh,
applique
yeah.
that I need to do, so, I
Here's
need
the thing,
to do that.
everybody poo-poos, needle turn or even hand applique, and I think it's just because this is my own thought, so take it for what I'm saying it for, because it's me. You kn you know me. I
You
have
got an
all
opinion.
this fabric. I have all this fabric here, all these kits, all these things to do, and I think, "Oh, I don't have time to sit with needle turn applique, I've gotta get all this done," I just feel like there's too much pressure or for me, I just feel like I have too much pressure to get this done to just sit down with hand applique, but golly Moses, it is so relaxing to just sit there and do that, even though I've got it, like, right on the end of my nose and, you
Well
know
well, you've got to, I mean, how much time do you spend not sewing at night where you could be doing that? That's when it needs to be done.
I know, that's when I've been working on it, and I had homework to do, and I don't think I did what I was supposed to, so we'll find out today.
Oh, is that when the class is today?
Yeah, this afternoon.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm learning something new. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
So, when you okay, so you got unpacked from retreat.
This morning.
Funny.
What was that, a week and a half ago that we came
Yeah,
home?
yeah.
Almost 2 weeks
I
ago.
well, I did all those well, let's talk about the retreat first. So let's talk
Okay.
about the this past retreat.
Okay. We went to, uh, Art
Art
Nest in Agency, Missouri, north of the airport in Kansas City, and I'm gonna say a suburb of St. Joe, right?
yeah,
Probably it's right outside St. Joe.
yeah, it's 9 miles from my house, so yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, out in a cornfield, because we drove some cornfields to get there. I mean, it seemed like we were they're right up against the road, and the road's blacktop, so I'm like, "Wow, if this road was gold, I would think or yellow, I'd think I was on the yellow brick road." You know?
We're not in Kansas anymore.
No, no, not at all. So, anyway, but it was great. I mean, the retreat center is set up perfectly. Oh, my hair. The retreat center is set up perfectly for quilters, of course, and, I think it's supposed to be for crafters, but man, it's great for quilters. So and a lot of rooms and a lot of space in each room. You're not cramped, you're not squeezing between beds. You don't like we had in our room, we had 4 beds, 1 full size and 3 twins. And the rumor is that she's gonna replace the twin beds with full size beds, and there's still room in there for that.
Yeah.
Um, so that'll be good. Oh my gosh.
The beds were comfortable. You were in the bigger bed.
Uh-huh.
I was in a twin size bed, and it was comfortable.
Yeah,
It
and I'm
it was comfortable.
yeah, I'm good with a twin size bed, so I'm gonna try that this time. We go back, in September for my retreat. So, um, yeah, so we
And
have 3 beds in that room.
one of the things I like about well, and I think everybody enjoyed the facility, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear
yeah.
anybody complain about only one person that complained was you about the food. That was so funny.
I worry about my retreat and the
I know,
food,
I know, I know.
and I don't want people to spend, like I watched people start at, like, oh, I don't know,
Early. Yeah,
noon. We'll say 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and they'd jump up from sewing, and they'd go in, and they'd start cooking, so they'd have their dinner on the table at 5 o'clock. We could all stop and start eating, and, um, I mean, they were just, like, back and forth checking on stuff. Some of them did crock pot, great idea.
yeah.
Uh, that's something to think about if you have to cook at your own retreat. So, we did pizza, and I set the place on fire, like I don't know how to cook.
I thought I left you in good hands, but
I know, I
apparently I didn't.
know. I
So,
know.
but this retreat, one of the things and if you haven't been there, you should really, find a retreat to go to because it's really nice. But
Yeah,
one of the things is, at the other retreats that we've had, like at Kinderhook, for instance, and even in, Tennessee, you were basically stuck in a sewing area.
yeah.
There wasn't any livable space. It was just bedrooms and sewing area, and
Kinderhook has that little room where you could go and sit, but then you felt isolated from everybody, you know?
Yeah, but this place has a full-on real live living room,
Yeah,
kitchen area that, is that's wonderful. So,
yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
so you don't feel
Nice.
like you have to sit there at your table the whole time, and
Yeah.
I don't know, you pretty much worked the whole time, but you could have relaxed on your
Well, when I get up every morning yeah, when I get up every morning, I would set up the coffee pot and flip it on and then go up back flip it on in the morning, then go back in and get dressed, whatever, and then come back out. My coffee would be ready to go, and I'd sit down on the couch in there in that area and just sit there and relax and read my I mean, that's what I do at home, look at my phone real quick but then by that time, people were starting to come down, Shannon came down early, and so we'd sit there and visit, and, so that was nice.
yeah. I had to leave. I was gone for a day and a half, and I tell you what, I'm glad I did that because it gave my body time to. Because I don't know, by the 2nd day, I get this big old knot in my back, in the middle of my
Yeah.
back, and
Mhm.
uncomfortable,
No.
and taking that time off was kinda nice because then I came back and I had almost a full day before I got that big old knot back, so,
Yeah.
um, I need to start bringing my little massager thing with me, but I always forget it.
You don't like that massage chair.
I
They have a
never got in it
massage
this time.
chair?
I never
Oh,
got in it. I tried one time and there was somebody in it, so I just went and took a little nappy, but
well, they have a massage chair at this place, and they have a hot tub, and they have a leg machine, I think it was. Somebody said there was a treadmill folded up against the wall, but I didn't
I think there was a rowing machine. I think that's what they said it
oh,
was.
that might have been what it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
So, yeah, so
So,
it's a nice facility,
yeah,
and she's building another one.
And she is in Gower, Missouri, and it'll
which
hold
is a little
12.
bit farther, yeah, a little bit farther out.
Well, farther from you. I came through
Yeah.
Gower coming
Oh, yeah.
there, so it was whatever direction you come
It's not
from, but
it's, like, probably 6 miles from the other place. It's not very
yeah,
far.
and
And
it's
there's a
a
quilt
former daycare, right? So,
I think so, yeah,
maybe yeah, so there'll probably be a good space for quilting in there too.
definitely. So, that's something to look forward to. And I think that's probably, and I'm not quite sure I'm not quite sure how they, maybe you can say how they price this place. I think it's like when you get to 12 people, that's your I think that's kind of the break even price. Is that about
Uh-huh.
right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's gonna cost so much to get to 12 people, and then after that, you're still charging per person. I don't know how it is. It's a
yeah.
per person
It's
thing,
a
but I think the break
minimum.
even at
Yeah.
12 people.
Yeah, it's a minimum of 12 people, and I was kinda worried because I left one room open, and I'm like, "Well, I don't need to leave one room open because, I don't need to put 4 people in a room just because there's 4 beds in there."
Right. Yeah.
So I did, space people a little bit more than what I had because I had one lady that I know she just had a shoulder replacement, and, so she's recovering right now. I'm not sure if she'll be at full speed, and I don't want her walking up and down the stairs with one arm, you know what I mean? I mean,
Right.
she'll be able to use it by then, but not to lift or anything like that, so, anyway, so I kinda spaced it and put her in a room that just had 2 twin beds so she could kinda
Yeah.
chillax and
One thing that I saw I had something to say.
oh,
I don't
shoot.
remember. It had to do with the I don't know, anyway, that it'll come to me. Um,
Okay.
so I know
Daycare.
what I was gonna say.
Okay.
You said that there's enough beds for 33 people, but there's 28 sewing spaces.
30 sewing spaces now. That she hasn't updated the website to say 30.
Okay,
Did make 30 spaces now for sewing.
okay.
So,
I like the fact that, you c you c you get 2 tables there. So you've got a table that has your sewing machine on it, and we all this you and I all we use 3 tables because we didn't have anybody next to us.
if at all possible.
Um, but you've got 2 tables, so you've got one that you can do your pressing on, and probably even, if you're cutting small stuff, and then you've got your table for your machine, and they go up and down so you can maneuver them.
Uh, yeah, the Husky tables, and they're 54 inches, so they're long.
Yeah,
They're a
they're
nice long table with no drawers, so you can get your legs under them well and all
yeah,
that, so
yeah.
good tables.
And I wasn't I don't know. The only complaint that I have is these retreat places don't seem to realize that, cutting mats go bad, and they need to be replaced because the cutting mats were not great, and the
Yeah,
lighting around the cutting was not great either, which
mm-mm, cast a shadow.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that's the only complaint I have is you retreat people if you're gonna say you're gonna provide cutting mats, you need to replace those things because they do wear out,
yeah,
and
and
then you
I can bring my, light, that LED light thing that I have
oh,
with
yeah.
clamps on. I'll bring that
And the
when
lighting is really good there too, you really don't need extra lighting because the lighting's really good at the
yeah,
table
no,
at the
at your
sewing table.
sewing
Yeah,
yeah, at your sewing space, you're good, but over that, it's a little shadowy.
yeah. Okay, so your upcoming retreat, that's at the end of September,
Mhm.
um, about 6 weeks away, not a little bit more.
Not very far, yeah, it's
Yeah,
like yeah,
and it seems to me that I am not gonna be there Saturday night, and it seems like there's something else I've got my Bible study Thursday night, so I'm gonna be in and out again on the retreat, but that's okay because 'cause I'm 9 miles away.
yeah.
There you go. So are you looking forward to that, or are you freaking out
I
yet?
am no, 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 I'm looking forward to it. I think everything's under control, and I have all the people. in their rooms, and everybody seems to be happy with that, and I put the word out yesterday that if you need to know how much you owe, then let me know, and if not, whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, and how to check that yourself, if you've been paying by, PayPal or Venmo, it's real easy to go on there and figure out how much you've paid and how much you owe. But if you need help, I'm here, so nobody contacted me, so I guess everybody knows.
So far.
Yeah.
That that will happen 4.5 weeks from now.
Right? Uh,
Yeah. Cool. So, I okay. At that retreat, you finished your Alaska quilt.
I did.
And, are
Finish.
you what?
Start to finish.
Start to finish. And it took you I mean, you had one day where you were but it took 6 days to finish it,
Mhm.
didn't it?
Yeah.
Um, are
And
you
I
glad?
and I'm not pleased with it because of the D cups I have going on in the 8-point stars. That
Um, I
bothers me, and I can't do a thing about it.
and I wonder I mean, I wonder that
Everybody
should
has
be right.
I know everybody has said, "Starch the daylights out of that fabric before you start to sew it." And I always heard that when you starch it, especially a pre-cut, it could shrink, and then what, you know? So I didn't wanna do that, I was afraid to do that, so I left it. And then I had D cups. Ugh, it was awful. And I'd rip them out and start all over and rip them out until I was starting to fray the edges of the fabric, and I said, "Okay, I just gotta leave it, I can't
Okay,
do a
so
mess."
I think what we need to do is we need to, I don't know, buy a small kit and have, like, 4 different people do it together
Mhm.
and see if we can't figure out how to fix that problem.
And watch the techniques of each person and see what they're doing.
Yeah, and
I
or
even
get
tried
I wouldn't have a problem calling Etia and saying, "Hey, come do this quilt with me so I know how you're doing it, so I can do it
that
correctly."
that'd be cool. You'd think she'd come with 4 people? That'd be fun.
I mean, but I mean, you'd want you there is some issue there because if you're gonna pay, you know,
Yeah. Well,
$300, $400 for a kit,
I think it's
you should
just
be
me
able
though,
to.
because it wasn't I mean, your stars were 8-point, weren't they? On that quilt you did, and they weren't like that.
I don't know. I don't know if I
Maybe.
had anything that was quite as involved as what you had, and mine were all diamonds, mostly diamonds, so I don't know, it might have just been a different type of thing. I do think that having pressing your seams open probably would have helped a little bit, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah, I had all different comments on my page when I said, "How do you keep this from happening?" And they were all giving me different ideas and
But don't you think that would be a really good learning experience is to get, a few people doing the same thing and
like
then
do
comparing
a
them back afterwards and saying which one what did you do here that I didn't do and why is it better
yeah,
or worse?
like have a skill buster day or something like that where we go in and we figure out how to do these difficult
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah.
So I
That'd
did
be
so what I did so you did the Alaska quilt and I did all my mini quilts. So I joined I think it was probably November or so, probably around November that I joined the Laundry Basket Mini Quilt Club. So you get a mini quilt kit once a month, and I think the biggest one I have is like 28 by 28. So it goes from about 15 to by 15 to 28 by 28 is and, so I did 7 of those,
They
and,
were awesome.
there were a couple of them that were pre-cut. Mostly and I thought it was interesting that every half star triangle I did was triangles. They weren't the other method that you use to get other methods that you use to get half square triangles. I thought that was interesting, but they turned out right. The one that I had the biggest issue with was the latest one, which was the it's a red, white, and blue that has 250 in it, and it just it wasn't right. The one of the blocks was way too big for the other one. It was a pre-cut too, so it wasn't anything I was doing wrong. So, that was the only one I had issues with. So I guess, I don't know. The problem is that you never really hear if there's a if the pattern or the kit is a problem because they're
Right.
not gonna admit it? They're not gonna say,
Well,
"Oop."
I do remember, online, I don't know what page it was on, but some lady was saying, "How do you do an 8-point star and get it to lay flat?" You know, I remember doing a lone star one time, and I couldn't get it to lay flat in the middle, and finally, something in me clicked, and I said, "How about I start in the middle and sew out on one side," and that
Yeah,
worked. It went together perfect that time. So, I tried that too, and it didn't work, but all these were diamonds and, bias cuts. Maybe I stretched some of them because I tore them out so many times. I don't
yeah.
know.
Well, I would say, the thing about the starching, I think that if you starch every piece the same, it's gonna shrink the same. I don't know if that's true or not, but
But
I would always, um I would sew a seam, and then I would starch those 2 pieces, and then I'd sew a seam and starch those 2 pieces. So I
um,
was starching before. I mean, I was sewing a piece on before it was ever starched, but then it was starched immediately after that. So if there was any
well,
shrinkage,
so
that would.
yeah, that's a good idea to sew it first. I was thinking that they meant because nobody really explains, they just say
Yeah,
starch it. But I was thinking they meant, take that piece of fabric and starch it
right.
and press it before you sew it together, and I'm like, "No, what if it shrinks?"
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and
So, if I together.
I'm sitting here looking at my, Be Colorful, um, quilt on the wall, and it's sticking out pretty good in the center too, so
Is it?
I've got my own cups going on here.
Okay.
So, I am by no means an expert in sewing,
Okay.
stars together, so
Well,
you're fine.
okay. I'm so embarrassed, like, I I kept joking with you that I was gonna find a quilter somewhere far, far away that doesn't know who I am and drop it
I
in the
really think
mail.
that's a good idea.
I know. And drop it in the mail and change my name and all that kind of stuff, so,
I told her
uh,
to, send it to Missouri Star.
oh, don't get me started.
It'd be interesting to see what that's another good thing we should do. We should send a really poorly pieced quilt to Missouri Star and see how they handle that.
Oh, you're terrible.
I have a lady that I'm quilting for, and she's a new quilter, and, I think it was probably right before Christmas when I got her first quilt. Oh my goodness. It was a mess. But I quilted it up, I that's what I do. You bring it to me and I'm gonna quilt it, and I'm not gonna fix anything because that's your quilt and you just
You
you did
you know
it, you
what,
should be proud of it.
but I but I found too that if if you make suggestions, sometimes, especially with a new quilter, they'll
Yeah.
listen to you.
Oh, that's true, that's
Um,
true. But it's amazing
golly,
how much better her quilts have gotten in the last 6 months, so she's
yeah.
learning. She's learning.
I did have to fix one for a customer, and I'll never forget it because it was a applique machine applique motif in the center, and it was probably, I'm gonna guess 24 by 24 was the center, and then it had pieced border thing around it, and it was a wall hanging. But she brought it to me, and I laid it out on the floor, and of course, the borders were like,
Very
So,
glad to see you.
that's if I laid the center flat, but if I laid the outer part flat and picked up the middle, I could pick it up a good 4 inches off the floor, and so I called her and I said, "Okay, here's the deal." I can't do this one because I would have had to stuff that baby with a lot of batting, and I said, "I can't do this. What you need to do is," or what I would do is rip out that center part, cut it down to fit the hole plus a quarter
Oh,
inch on
yeah.
each side, and then sew it back in. She goes, "No, you do it. I'll pay
Oh,
you. You
oh,
do it."
really? So you did that?
Yeah, I redid the center of the quilt so it would work.
Um, okay, and this kinda brought me onto something else, totally different subject. Have you you're gonna have to make that puffy quilt like a
Oh,
real puffy quilt, aren't you?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, it looks like fun. I mean, I looked at that. Did you see what I said the other day? You asked me how what I would use, and I said, what I would do, and I said, Amazon.com. Just go buy one of those suckers off of Amazon.
Right.
Etsy.
Well,
Etsy. Get it off of Etsy.
the great part is me and, Kennedy are gonna go shopping together, so it's always fun to be able to spend the day with your grandkid, and
Yeah, yeah.
get to shop, and for those of you that don't know, Kennedy has asked me to make, a puff quilt or biscuit quilt that were popular back in the, what, '80s, '70s,
Well, they're
somewhere in there.
popular now too, so,
Evidently, because she
yeah.
found it and she likes it, so
Well, I have to
oh,
say those are big blocks, so that'll be good.
5 inch.
Oh. Well, I looked at a video yesterday, and it looked like fun, and it was like you sew your little pillows all 3 sides, and then you sew, a row of pillow, you still have an open side, and
Yeah.
then you stuff it, and then you sew it down, and I thought that looked like fun. So I
Well, Amy said, "Oh, this'll be great because you won't have to quilt it even, because you kind of
right, it'll
quilted."
be already quilted, yeah.
Yeah. So, I said, "Okay,
It
great for whatever. You're not
it's
making
kind
it."
of like the flannel quilts that we used to make with, you take the 2 flannels and you sew an X through them, and then you sew them open seams up, and then you cut the seams, so you've got the frayed seams, kinda like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But basically what you do is you have a 5-inch square and a
A
5
five
and
and a
a
half inch?
yeah, and a
Yeah,
5-inch square, and then you tuck in the center. So it looks like fun, and I think you'll really enjoy doing it, so,
yeah,
um,
we'll see. It'll be fun.
it'll be great.
Somebody said I should invite her to come and stuff them for me while I'm sewing. I thought,
Yeah.
"Oh, that would be a good idea." I don't think she'll do it. And I have a twin size. I'm guessing she's gonna want a twin size and a crib quilt because 'cause she's
So
got a new
you
baby.
so for the 2 are the 2 1 for Rixley and 1 for the baby.
Yeah,
Does
she
she know
wants
what
them to
she's
match a girl, so
okay,
they'll all be pink, pink, pink,
cool. That'll be fun.
girly stuff.
That'll be
Um,
f
Kennedy is my old soul, so that's why she likes that kinda thing, so
yeah.
that's okay. We'll do
Yeah,
it. We'll do it
you
for
get
the green kid. Yeah,
yeah, you
but
can do it. You
but
got
don't but
skills.
if anybody out there has my phone number, lose it. Don't ask me to do this for yourself because I won't. Ah,
Uh,
anyway,
yeah, I get that.
yeah.
Um, so I, am gonna complain for a little bit. Um,
Oh,
before before the retreat, a week before the retreat, I ordered from GE Designs,
uh,
one of their, wool pressing mats that had the plastic on the bottom or the rubber on the bottom,
oh,
so you wouldn't
mhm.
have to put anything under there. And I'm gonna preface this by GE Designs started advertising, I would probably say 6 months or so, it hasn't been that long, and they started advertising heavily or posting heavily on Facebook, and it was mostly about the Stripology rulers and stuff like that. Do you know who I'm talking about, the GE
Yeah,
Design?
oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
And, and
Gudrun.
it was just one of those things where I don't know, it just kinda rubbed me a little bit. It's like all of a sudden, here we are and blah, 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 blah. And so anyway, they advertise a whole lot, and they're advertising this wool mat that has a rubber bottom or whatever, so you don't have to put anything underneath your wool mat when you're working on a table.
and the
And I
steam
thought that
won't
would be
run.
great to have, at this retreat. I mean, she provides a little pressing mat under thing, um, or pressing mat, but I thought this would be great to have because not all places do that. So I
Mhm.
ordered that and, through I think it's shop.com is kind of one of the places that kind of wrestles with or tells you what's going on with your order and everything.
Yeah.
And they received that order on a Sunday, and they have still and they sent me a thank you note for ordering, an email, and they have still yet to it's been almost a month. No, it's been 3 weeks, and they have still yet to process the order.
Oh, but they
So
probably
I
have inundated with orders on that, I'll bet.
Well, my goodness, if you're gonna be advertising it, you need to be ready to do it. So, I sent them it nothing. The order has not been processed. And, of course, when you go onto shop.com, there's no way to really, do anything. It's just there. So, I sent them an email the other day and said, "Hey, what's the deal? I ordered this, and you have not done anything." And I still haven't got anything from them. So, I am officially putting GE Designs on notice that they, have terrible service.
And we're putting them right up there with Pink Door.
Oh, Pink Door. Don't get me started with Pink Door.
Don't get me started. I did it twice with them, and the first time I shoulda learned my lesson, and I didn't, and then finally I got whatever it was that it was like Tula's latest fabric
With the
selection, and I
Amish.
ordered it. No, this was before.
Oh,
I
okay.
ordered from them, and I didn't get it, and I didn't get it, and I kept sending emails, and they kept telling me, "Oh, it's been sent out." Then they even have a little blurb or a page on their website saying, "If you ordered this fabric line, it's expected this date now." They can change the dates, but you need to go there to check it because you won't know otherwise.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
finally found that and started watching it. Well, then I ordered that the Tula pink Amish with a twist too. Oh, that was just the coolest looking, uh, quilt, I thought, and I was so excited about it. I talked people into getting it on my page. And then I didn't get it, and I didn't get it, and I didn't get it, and it was supposed to be here in April, it wasn't here. We ordered in January, wasn't here in April, went to the end of April into May, nothing in May. Finally, at the 1st of June, I said, "Forget it. It's 6 months. That's ridiculous," you know? If you don't have it, and you're not gonna have it, and you don't know when you're gonna have it, then don't put out there, "We'll have it in 3 months or 4 months,"
Right,
because 'cause you're
right.
not.
Did you get any what
So
kind of response did you get? Anything?
I sent them a message and said, "I need to cancel this order." I gave them the order number, and they sent me a message right back and said, "Thank you for your whatever. Thank you for your business. We have canceled your order." And
Hmm.
then, like, the next day, they shipped them out. So, I mean, they could have came back and said,
"Hey, it's coming
"Yeah, we're
tomorrow."
happy to fulfill this order. We're getting ready to send them out," but they didn't. They just said, "Okay, we canceled it." Now all my friends have it. All the people, that ordered it online have it, and they're all sitting there trying to muddle through getting it done, and I backed out on it, so I feel terrible, but
Oh,
it is
well.
what it is. Yeah,
Think of all the
so
money
that's
you
my
saved.
experience. I know, right?
So, on the other, side of the, um, um customer service line. I ordered the I showed it to you earlier, the My Fabric Addiction. What's it called? Let me see what the quilt's called. It's like graduated stars. It's star-studded with Liberty fabrics. And I had seen it online, I don't know, last week was probably the first time I saw it. I'm like, "Oh, that's really pretty because 'cause it's got the stars, and they go from, like, red to pink, all the different colors out of the Liberty fabrics." And so I was like, "Oh, that's pretty," but I'm like, "Nope, nope, you don't need anything. You don't need
I know,
anything."
that's what I keep saying too, and they just keep coming at me.
And so, I think it was Saturday morning, I was on there and they said 50% off, and I said, "Yes," and I ordered it, and I ordered it on Saturday, and it showed up on Wednesday. So, there you go. It can be done.
Right? There you go.
I did
Well, oh,
Go ahead.
I was just watching, City's Edge this morning because on Thursdays they do what's new in the studio, so I was looking to see what's new. Oh my gosh, I love the fabric line they showed. It's Fox something. Fox something. Oh, it's on the back of my phone. I have a note. It's, Foxglove is the name, and I don't know who it's by, but it's supposed to be Christmassy, and she had, like, reds and kind of a pinky and white and greens together, but I kept thinking of all the stuff I could put it in, what different quilts I could do with it, because it's not really Christmas. Some of them are not really Christmas prints, but they're the colors. So, I've been wanting to do one of those, I mean, this has always been on the back burner, but you know those tree quilts? I don't even know what they're called.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, like one tree or there a row of
there's
trees?
several, like, there's
Mhm.
tree I don't
Like
even know
like,
what
kinda
it
like
is.
that one that I made last
Pine
week with the strips, trees
maybe, I
like
can't even
pine
remember
tree
what I said.
strips.
Yeah, it's kinda like pine trees, but anyway, I've been wanting to make one of those forever, and I started collecting the fabrics. I think I have a pattern book that's in with my fabric, and then I saw some of hers today, and I'm like, "Oh." That reminded me of that one, but then she showed a pattern that they're pre-ordering, and it'll be a kit, and it's, curved log cabin using those fabrics, and
Oh,
then it has, in the white part, you do an applique of a vine with flowers on it, so I'm thinking,
well, fun.
maybe I'll just get
Fun.
that. Yeah,
Cool. Well, I did order it's been months, and I can't tell you off the top of my head who it was from, but another Facebook, advertisement.
yeah.
And it was a great big it's like a big, uh, log cabin sunflower that has the pink center, like the pinky center. Do you know what I'm
Oh,
talking about? Have you seen that one I'm
yeah,
talking about?
yeah, I think so.
And I ordered that, and it's not even supposed to come out until September. So we'll see if that one comes on time or not. That's a pretty quilt, and I can put it in my room because now I have pink walls in my room, and it's gonna be girly, girly, girly.
Yay!
My husband's gonna
Well,
love it.
so after my Alaska quilt, I started the paper piecing one of Chief Stadium.
That went pretty fast.
I know, it is going fast, so I'll be excited to get that one done because then I wanna go on to the oh gosh, I have a couple of the Chief or the Kansas City, what are they called?
Landmarks.
Landmarks, yeah. So, this is by, Everyday Stitches, Patterns for Everyday Quilters. But anyway, it's all paper pieced and it's Chief Stadium, so that's going pretty fast, and then I also have the patterns for the seam rippers, the scissors, the bobbins, you know,
Did you get that
so
from
those
Amy?
yeah, and so but, like, I bought this one, the Chiefs one, up at, Fabric Chic a long time ago,
Yeah,
and it had a fabric you could buy the fabric, bundle to go with
yeah,
it, and I think it was a big roll or something. So I did that, and I don't think I have any other oh, yeah, I do. I have one more. So I may do that one next, and that then I can go on. But I have so many scraps that I could use to do the others, that I think I'll be
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
or stash,
Where are
so
you going to get the, because you ran out of fabric, white and
got it.
cream color
Yeah,
that you could some
no, it was a white, and it just has a tiny bit of gray in it, so it's mostly white. And I was a little scared about that, but I went to City's Edge and she had it, so
Oh, that's
yay.
good. Good, good,
In
good, good.
fact, she had 1 bolt and they had just ordered another bolt, so they had plenty, so and I only
I
needed like a eighth of a yard, but I took a half a yard, so,
well, I'd get an
you
eighth,
know.
but a half a yard will do. Um,
Right.
and let me go get okay, I've been buying lately. I apologize. But I think it was also maybe Saturday morning, that I got the email from the Fat Quarter Shop, and I love the Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is about them, but their stuff comes so pretty packaged and everything. It's just so
and
cute and
booth their booths are always so
I
beautifully
I
oh, you're just
I
like, "I wanna stay right here."
you know, the books that we read when we were kids where the kids get locked in the museum or something overnight and, and you get
Oh
locked, like, in Walmart or whatever overnight, and I'm like, I would really like to get locked in that corner shop.
oh, no, that would be bad.
But I ordered a book that they were advertising, um, and I can't even tell you what it was, but it had nice blocks, like block of the month type blocks, and they were really cute, so I ordered that because I've got fat quarter bundles all over the place. I have no
I
home,
know.
and I ordered, they had 15-yard bolts of white fabric for sale, so I ordered a bolt of fabric, so I'm gonna start sewing one of these days, one of these dim darn days. I'm gonna start
You'll have
sewing.
plenty to work on.
Yeah, I
But
did come home and I started quilting, the mini quilts, and I'm having problems with my IntelliQuilter. I need to take a picture and see if somebody can help me. It's frustrating me because 'cause I'm having to sit there and kinda help it not get stuck, and,
oh,
that's getting old. Um,
yeah.
they need to go ahead and start shipping the Tilly because I need to buy a used machine.
Oh,
Is there a sewing expo in Kansas City this week?
there is sometime. Yeah, I'm not sure when it is, but there is
Is
one coming up.
is that what Boland's is
Uh,
doing? What they've
yeah.
been preparing for?
Oh, no, I think theirs is, one of the quilt guilds, big quilt guilds up
Oh,
there, the Greater Kansas City or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who's having it, but somebody's having a big quilt show up there this
um,
week, I believe.
yeah, so I don't know. I kinda would like to go to the quilting expo just to go by the APQS booth and just see what that there's no
Oh,
way, that machine I think the machine is $30,000, is that right? I
well,
think
it
30,000?
yeah, I think it's less than that, but I went in and oh, it might be. I went in and set it up like I was buying it. And so I put in the machine and the table I wanted and the bobbin size that I wanted and all that, and it came up to $37,000. I went, "Woo-wee, baby,
Oh, it was the comfort
that's
table.
no computer." Yeah, the comfort table, I love that.
Yeah, I think that was a plus 1,600 from just the deluxe table, I think. It might have been more, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know when they're gonna start shipping those, but I would really like to. They had I don't know who posted this, but somebody posted the trade-in value of your machines,
Uh,
and, the oldest one they have was the 2013 Millie, which is my good machine is a 2013. Trade-in value is like $780.
isn't that ridiculous? And I see I've seen some old Millies on, Marketplace, and they're wanting, like, $7,000, and I'm, "Okay, good luck."
I
You
know,
know? They're on the old table, and,
yeah.
it's not gonna happen. They're not gonna get it.
I would buy, a head o off of anybody, but everybody wants to get rid of their table, and I'm like, "Just
Mhm.
throw the table away. Just sell the
Right,
head."
right. Let your husband have it as a shop table or something and use the
Perfectly good
legs
for
for
nothing.
that.
Go
Yeah.
turn it in for scrap. You probably get some good money for scrap.
Oh, you probably could, yeah.
Yeah, so just get rid of
That's
those
too bad.
tables.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I need to get a new machine, because my other machine, I don't know if I've told you this, my other Millennium, the one that is running on IQ, the computerized system, is a 2008.
Oh,
So that's almost 20 years old,
yeah.
and so, I'm afraid and I can't use it as a free motion machine because it just doesn't stitch regulator doesn't work right and everything,
So
so I need to have a machine I need to add a machine that I can actually do free motion on with
yeah,
as
so
well.
you can you take your computer and put on your other machine, the 2014, and then get rid of this one? Or
Yeah, I can do that, But, I mean,
And
I don't kn well, you have to upgrade. You have to upgrade the computer. I think the guy quoted me, like,
oh,
$3,000 to upgrade the what you would need to upgrade the computer
okay.
with the new machine, so I don't know.
Yeah, so when I checked out the price of that new whatever it's called, it was 37,000, and that doesn't count the computer if you put a computer on it, so I don't even know what those cost.
They're at least 10,000.
Yeah,
So,
so I
I you
can't
know
s I mean, for me, $47,000, that would be a lot of quilts being quilted, right?
you that needs to be your goal for after you piece all the quilts you have, then you can quilt them. You'll be 80, but,
I know.
uh, well, I
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna send these out, and I'm not gonna buy one, but, oh my gosh, I'd love to have that.
I,
Especially where I can sit down to quilt, I think that would help, you know,
yeah, you
lower
still
that
have to
table
load them
down.
though. You still have to load them.
I know, that's what I told Amy, I said, "Gosh, I'd love to have it, but I still have to load the quilt onto the frame, and that's the hard part for
That's the hard
me."
part.
Yeah,
That's the hard part, yeah. Because I don't have any issues with the actual quilting. It's the loading and
yeah,
unloading is the hard part. And you
yeah,
can't not load a quilt, so
and I know those red snappers are great, but I can't do it with my hands,
Mhm.
my
Yeah.
hands don't work like that anymore.
Well, and I also and we've talked about this before on the podcast, the whole idea of the consumerism that's associated with quilting. It's like there's always a new machine, new, better, snazzier, can do more, you upgrade, 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 and, at some point, I don't know, I mean, I'm not sure you can maintain that with just new you can't really maintain that with just new quilters, because a
Yeah,
new quilter is not gonna spend $40,000, you know, on a
yeah.
machine, um, for a while, but, although, everybody else who's been doing it's like, "Oh, new machine, Tilly, Tilly, Tilly," and it's like,
Oh, yeah, less than
I just see that as being a kind of a trap. I don't know, maybe not. I don't understand. I think they've done very well with what they have and this kind of, we can diagnose it over the phone or, we can log into your machine and tell you what's wrong with it. That just seems like there's a lot of more moving parts that are going to go bad quicker. I don't know. Maybe that's
who
just
knows?
totally me, but
Could be.
kind of, having to
It's
service a
cool,
machine.
though.
What? It is.
It is
I know.
cool.
That's why I wanna go try it out.
Oh, you'll be sold on it, and then you'll want one.
Well,
Then you gotta sell Ed.
I told Ed a few weeks ago, I said, "Now look, this is what it's gonna cost to get a new machine." And he's like, "You need to wait." And sure enough, he lost his job a couple weeks later, so
Oh,
darn
oh
it.
gosh. I
But
know, 'cause, because then I mean, you could have waited until this quilt show and then
well, yeah, I
had
mean,
a
I think
you know?
this is a perfect thing for me because people are gonna be trading in machines, and I can go get a new used Lucy, um, for not very much, and I think that's gonna be
Oh,
perfect.
that's true. I never thought about that. Gosh, I never thought about that. Look at that.
And I just need the head, so I don't need a fancy schnazzy new table or anything.
Yeah.
So
Well, but you could afford like, for me, I don't have a table, I don't have anything, so that'd be awesome because then I could afford this fancy smancy table with one of the traded in machines.
I just saved you 40, 30, $35,000.
I know it. Don't tell Ron. Don't tell Ron I'm thinking about it. He'll Okay, so on a happier note, remember Shannon coming by and salivating over my Janome?
Uh-huh,
She bought one.
she did. Did she buy
I
it
don't
from
know which one
Did she
through
buy it from
Amy.
Amy? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I don't know which one she bought, but, But, yeah, I sent a message to Jane this morning and said, "Hey, do you want me to bring my serger to the retreat so you can take a look at it?" And she goes, "Yeah, but I may get to see it even sooner than that because we're gonna be making a road trip um, to us, City's
See,
Edge
Amy?
because she bought a machine." I was like, "Yay." Well,
Okay,
Amy sent me a text Amy sent me an email yesterday, and she goes, "Oops, that wasn't for you. That was for Shannon." And I said, "Did she buy a machine? Or am I just, you know, or is this for somebody else?" She goes, "She bought a machine." And I said, My friend did? Like, Shannon bought a machine?" And she said, "Yeah, she bought a machine." So, yay. I don't know which one, though.
well, they were thinking about buying a Juki, so did they I guess they went against the Juki. Maybe Jane wants to buy a Juki, I don't know,
Yeah,
because
I
they
don't
were looking at Jukis too.
they both were really involved in it, so I
Yeah.
thought both of them were gonna end up I mean, Shannon was asking me about this one, and then Amy sent her a message saying, uh, "If you don't plan to do your own quilting on this machine, and the only difference in the 9480 and the 90" I don't know what numbers are, 9410 or something, I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are, but the only difference is the other one doesn't have the slide out lamp, like mine
Yeah.
has a lamp that slides out, which I don't use it very often because it kinda gets in my way because 'cause I'm
Mhm.
tall,
Yeah.
um, so I don't use it very often, and then, I don't it doesn't have that you can't clip the module on here to for the
Mm.
stitch regulator on the other one, so I don't know if she went with that one because I was telling her that, and she said, I don't really I can I do my own quilting on my machine, and I know how to do it, so
Yeah.
she doesn't worry about the free motion part of it.
That's good.
So I
That's
don't know. I don't know if she got but anyway, she loved this machine, I know that. I love this machine.
I know. That's good, I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
I am
So
glad that she got that, that's fun, and you know what?
yeah,
We celebrate people that get to buy new stuff
I
because
know,
you gotta support the community, and if you're
right?
not spending the money, you can support it even more.
I know, right? So, but I am happy because she did have an older Janome, and she is a Janome girl, so, uh, when she started looking at this one, and I guess she was coming to my table even when I wasn't sitting
Yeah,
there,
she
even
was, she
looking
would
it
go up
up.
there and she'd kinda, like, fondle you a little bit.
Yeah, so it is a
That's
nice
good,
machine. So anyway, there's that.
that's good.
Then today, I am going after I go to my applique class, then I'm headed to Springfield to have supper with all my church girls that were from the youth group at my church, so
And
we're
you're
all
not gonna forget this time.
no, I have got it ingrained in my brain. So I went in the kitchen a minute ago and Rod was eating breakfast and he said something about, "I'm gonna fry fish for supper tonight," and I said, "Okay, well, just remember," I said, "That's fine with me," 'cause
I won't
he
be here.
likes to eat cold fish too, but I said, "I leave here at 1 to go to my quilt meeting thing that I'm having, my class, and then I'll leave from there and head to Springfield to have dinner with my people, and then I'll be home probably about 8 o'clock tonight." He goes, "Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I guess I won't fry fish." I go, "No, you can fry fish. You can that's
You can eat
fine,
it
'cause then"
all you want. Eat all you want.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, that sounds like great fun. I'm gonna go have lunch with my girls today too, and, and just for the record, Ed does have he starts a new job on Monday, so
Yay. I knew you
I'll
wouldn't have any
get
problem with
back
that.
into get back into a schedule. And then we're not gonna talk about it this time because we're out of time, but we're going to talk about our upcoming epic road trip. Epic
Oh,
life.
that is gonna be we gotta plan that
We
really
do.
yeah.
That's
We'll have it
fantastic.
planned by the time we do this next time,
Yeah.
right?
I'm so excited.
I know, this'll be fun.
Okay, well, it has been very nice chatting with you today. I was glad that I was able to see you,
Yes.
and so it makes it just that much more fun. So,
Yes, please.
happy sewing, happy applique,
Thank you.
happy puff quilt,
Yes.
and we will see you next time.
Okay. Bye.
We're glad you joined us today. We'll see you next time.